Hello, YouTube live stream. I am on here to share a very important message to speak to the hip hop community. Okay, that's who I'm on here to talk to, the hip hop community. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. All right, all the people out there that's in love with explicit lyrics, that's in love with explicit lyrics in hip hop. That's who I'm on here to talk to. Thank you for tuning in. That's what this message is. That's what this message is about. Okay? That's what this message is about. All right. To speak to the hip hop, to speak to the hip hop community. So thank y'all for tuning in. Yep. So I want to reach the hip hop community with biblical truth, with God's truth. That's what I'm on here to speak to. Thank y'all for tuning in though. All right. I'm just giving you a little introduction, okay? Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in. So here we go. Hip hop community. All the people out there that's in love with explicit lyrics. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm finna share it. This is just an introduction, okay? So here we go right now. Finna share it with you. Okay. Let me get this straight. Okay. Now I'm finna share it. The hip hop rap artist from New Orleans, Louisiana, who glorified the criminal life. The hip hop rap artist from New Orleans, Louisiana, who glorify the criminal life. The rappers from Louisiana, yes, they glorify doing wrong. Yes, it's a lot of stuff going on in Louisiana. And no, I'm not from Louisiana, but guess what? Guess what? I still know what's going on. Okay. All right. There's stuff going on all across the world, but I'm on here to talk about Louisiana. The hip hop rap artists from New Orleans, Louisiana, who they glorify doing wrong. They glorify criminal activity. Yep. They glorify it and turn around and try to justify it. In Proverbs 2, it says, "For men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight path to walk in darkness, who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the perverseness of evil." So the rappers from New Orleans, Louisiana, who delight in doing wrong, they glorify the criminal lifestyle. And the rappers from the West Coast, what about the rappers from the West Coast? The rappers from the West Coast in California and the rappers from the West Coast who glorify violence. Yep. The rappers from the West Coast, they take delight in doing wrong. Okay? All the rappers from the West Coast on top glorify doing wrong and try to justify it. Okay? I can name a lot of them. Snoop Dogg, he glorified doing wrong. Ice Cube's glorified doing wrong. A whole lot of other rappers from the West Coast, from the West Coast of California, the rappers from the West Coast in California, they glorify doing wrong. The whole hip hop, the whole hip hop, all that explicit hip hop, the explicit content, they glorify doing wrong. In Houston, Texas, the rappers from Houston, Texas, they glorify doing wrong. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than music. It's way bigger than that. They glorify it. They glorify the street life. They glorify doing wrong. So the rappers from New Orleans, the hip hop rap artists from New Orleans glorify the street life, the criminal life. The rappers from the West Coast in California, they glorify doing wrong. The rappers in Houston glorify doing wrong. In Houston, Texas. So I'm praying for the hip hop rap artists who glorify the criminal life and turn around and try to justify it. I'm praying that God's goodness and kindness and love will lead you to repentance. Those who are blinded by money and fame, the message in hip hop, the message that's being sent out by these hip hop rap artists, it's a deceiving message. It's a deceiving message. If the rappers in hip hop wasn't glorifying criminal activity, would nobody buy their albums? Nope. Master P from No Limit Records, he glorified doing wrong. He glorifies it. Cash Money Records, they glorify doing wrong too. Yep. So the message that's being sent out to young men and women, it's a deceiving message. It's a deceiving message. What are they promoting? They're promoting criminal activity. It's bigger than music. It's bigger than rap. It's bigger than hip hop. It's almost like organized crime, what they glorifying. They glorifying doing wrong. But I'm praying for them, though, that God's goodness and kindness and love will lead these rappers to a spirit of repentance. Because the message that they putting out, and it's not freedom. What about the message that's being sent out? The message that these hip hop rap artists are sending out to men and young men and women is a deceiving message. It's deceiving what they promoting. What are they promoting? What's being promoted in hip hop? What are they promoting? They're promoting the criminal life. They're promoting on how to be a thug. They promote it and turn around and try to justify it and say that it's just music or it's just a song. No, it's not just a song. It's not just a song. Nope. Glorifying criminal activity in hip hop is not going to help our community. They glorifying being a thug. They glorifying doing wrong. But a lot of these rappers are so blinded by money and fame. Okay? They're blinded by the money and the fame. So I'm praying for them. But that message, though, the message that they're sending out is a deceiving message. Yep. See, hip hop is bigger than music. It's bigger than rap. So glorifying criminal activity in hip hop is not helping our community. Criminal activity. That's all they promote. That's all they promote. They don't tell the kids what's gonna happen if you live the thug life. They don't tell them that because they so focused on getting that bag. They're so focused on getting that bag. They're so focused on getting the bag. But it's a deceiving message. The twerking message in hip hop. See, hip hop is bigger than music. It's bigger than rap. The message. What is the message they sending out? But the consumers, the people that are listening to it, they blind to God's truth. But it's a deceiving message. I'm praying for them. I'm praying for the rappers from New Orleans that glorify doing wrong. The rappers from the West Coast who glorify doing wrong. The rappers in Houston, Texas who glorify doing wrong. I'm praying for them. Because they deceiving the people that listen to them. The people that listen to these rappers and think these rappers are living a thug life, they're not. They going home to some gated community while they're lying to the people out here. And they don't live that way. And a lot of them been lying for 30 years. And a lot of the rappers in hip hop did some degrading things to get on top, telling people they're from the streets. But the top don't last long. Sooner or later, you're going to come down. But it's empty. Because if they wasn't rapping about being a thug or rapping about criminal activity, would nobody buy their stuff? but it's a deceiving message, and it's been that way for almost 30 years now. Deceiving message. Yep. And I'm praying for the consumers. You got people who listen to criminal lyrics that glorify violence, and they addicted to it. They take up for these rappers. They take up for them, but you're being deceived. I'm praying for you though. Deceiving message that they sending out. I'm praying that God's goodness and kindness and love will lead them to repentance. Bye bye.